I've wanted to cover this channel for a while because I've seen like clips of this lady and how much of like a idiot she is, but I've never really gotten to it. But finally, somebody recommended me one of her videos. She's called the Star Wars Girl or That Star Wars Girl, and she's basically like the female geeks and gamers, and she loves Star Wars, if you could guess it. And she made a video back in June called "Disney Approves of Domestic Violence in Han Solo Comics." So fuck it, let's go watch. I'm not big on violence, so let's see. I don't like domestic violence. Let's find out.
Hello everyone, it's Anna, also known as That Star Wars.
Okay. All right. You got my attention. This girl knows what she's doing. She's got my attention.
Girl, and before the video starts, I just wanted to let everyone know that I have an Indiegogo live right now of my very first comic book cover ever. So if you like me and you want to support my artwork, go on to the Indiegogo. The link is in the description below, and check out some of the tiers, and if you support it, it would mean the world to me. Thank you so much, everyone, and now on to today's video. What's up, all my Ewoks, Tribbles, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I'm going to be talking about Han Solo and a story about Han Solo. If you couldn't guess from the thumbnail,
That is a lot of merch. That is a lot of fucking merch. Holy shit. That's all I have to say.
Han Solo got punched in the face. Han Solo got punched in the face by Princess freaking Leia. Are you kidding me, Disney? This was in a Disney comic book. But before I get to that part,
How much do you want to bet that the context of the punch is not like, oh, she got mad at something inconsequential and decided to just punch him, and then and everyone's like, yeah, she punched him. How much do you want to bet he said or did something like pretty bad and she just like punched him? And the comic doesn't try to frame this in like a positive way. It's just, she just kind of like, I don't know, using her booba to grift SMH. Nah, listen, hey, listen. I'm not complaining.
I want to kind of explain the context behind it and how I came to find that. So I was meandering through the internets like one does when they are looking for news and whatnot. And I was thinking, I'm like, sometimes StarWars.com is completely useless. It doesn't have anything on there aside from
Chat, Hancock, you're right. Haven't Han Solo and Princess Leia's relationship always been extremely toxic and dysfunctional? That was literally like, this has been canon since A New Hope. That's been how it's like Han Solo like in the second book, Han Solo wouldn't even say I love you back to Princess Leia. He just said I know, and everyone was like, oh, badass. Like that was like that's been canon since the beginning. It just kind of makes sense. I feel like even up until the new movies even say they split up. They even broke up and aren't together anymore because their relationship was so toxic and dysfunctional.
terrible articles. And then I was thinking, I'm like, there's nothing coming out. They stopped production on everything, which makes absolutely no sense to me when it's like, if you're animating something or if you're editing something, you can do that from home. So I don't understand why everything is technically on hold, but I was like, let's see what they're talking about on StarWars.com. Let's see, since they have nothing new right now coming out or working on aside like the Leslie Headland all female centric show, which Jesse Milestone from Mindless Entertainment theorized that it's going to be the spinoff of Ahsoka and Sabine looking for Ezra and Thrawn, and I almost died inside. But I was like, what the hell could they be talking about? Because nothing.
Why are Star Wars fans such snowflakes, dude? I really don't get it. I really don't get why Star Wars fans are such snowflakes. Like, I remember when Geeks and Gamers got really pissed off because he saw screenshots of two SJW looking characters in the season 6 of the Clone Wars, I think it was, and then the episode ended up being good and he admitted to it, and he was like, oh yeah, I was wrong. But like the second you see like women in something, Star Wars fans start seething. I really don't get it. Like, come on. Why are Star Wars fans so fucking toxic? They're like the biggest snowflakes in the fucking world.
Nothing's coming out. So I went and I was just scrolling through StarWars.com and I see this article about the artwork that was never released, and then there's this other article about Han Solo, and I'm like, I like Han Solo. I see the little silhouette and I'm like, that's not Han Solo. That's Alden Ehrenreich dressing up like Han.
Alden? We finally got Alden's number, chat. We got it. Hey, Vulgarvale.
Han Solo, and I clicked on it and I started reading the article. Article's not bad. It's about it's the kind of an interview style of the one lady that did the book all about Han Solo, and I like the fact that she actually says how she went and she like got lost on YouTube. She went and, you know, dived into YouTube and started watching all these interviews and videos about Han Solo. I was like, hey, homegirl does her research. Props to her. And then as I scroll down, and then I see it! I see the freaking picture of Han Solo getting punched in the face by Princess freaking Leia. And I'm like, what the fuck is this shit? Why is Han Solo getting punched in the face by Princess Leia? So, I zoom into the picture. There's a thing of who the artist is. So I go and I look up the artist. I go and look at his Wikipedia page.
How much do you want to bet she hasn't read the comic? Are we? Do you guys want to bet? Do you guys want to bet she probably hasn't read the comic and seen the context of it? I'm guessing she hasn't.
Page, and I'm just like, or his Wikipedia page, I should say, and I'm like, all right, so we're looking at the Wikipedia page, looking at it, all right, so it's some Han Solo comic book series, and I'm like, what is the context of it? When did this come out? Oh, 2018? 2018, this comic book series, or this book came out, and I hadn't heard of it. I'd seen some of the images of the artwork of, you know, the one that Han Solo, and he's flying the Millennium Falcon, looking like he's gonna race. I think I even used it as a thumbnail for one of my live streams way back in the day. But I'm like, what is the context? Why, in what scenario would Princess Leia be punching Han Solo in the face like that? Like, just straight up clocking him.
Is this out of character for their relationship? Is this a Star Wars fan telling me this is out of character for their relationship? Did she slap Han Solo in any of the original trilogy? I swear I remember her slapping him once. She was very catty towards him, and deservedly so. He was kind of an asshole. But, like, she did? And often? Wait. Oh, boy. Hold on. Well, actually, this is it. The first thing that came up was the outtakes of the scene where Leia slaps Poe, and they had to do a bunch of takes of it. Wasn't hard enough on that one, I guess. Yeah, no. So it seems like that's fairly in character for her. Yeah, like this doesn't really seem like it's out of character for her. I don't know if she ever slapped Han in the original trilogy. I don't see any clips of it. But she slapped Poe, and, well, it's kind of in character for her to do something like that, right? Like, I mean, it's not good. You probably shouldn't hit people, but, like, it just doesn't really seem out of character. It just seems to kind of make sense in terms of, like, the narrative.
This is Disney. This is for kids. Remember, Star Wars is for kids. All of us people here on YouTube, anyone that is critical of Disney and Disney's fan fiction of Star Wars in any way, shape, or form, it's a movie about kids. Why are you complaining about this movie that's about space wizards intended for children? Why are you complaining? So it's all right, Disney. So you're completely fine with Han Solo getting punched in the face. You're completely fine with promoting domestic violence. All right.
She hasn't even gotten into the context of the punch yet. Okay. All right. Hold on. I feel like she's not going to tell us because I don't think she knows it. But Leia punches Han Solo comic. Treatment restraint just the right amount of attention. From over a few moments. The punch. All right, here we go. Here's the context. We've got an image here where she's clearly quite mad at him here. So this is, I guess, after the punch. What the? You're not welcome here, you foul-mouthed Freen Fletcher. Get off this ship and don't ever come back. Gladly. And he's like pretty angry at her too. And Chewie's like, "Oh, you okay?" And he's like, "Don't." And they fly off. All right, let's see what happened. The first issue of the Han Solo, in order to convince General Kraken and Rebel Fleet that he is in fact going rogue, Princess Leia and Han stage an argument, which results in Han getting punched in the face by the Alderaan. Oh my fucking god! It wasn't an actual, it was a staged argument to convince the bad guys that Han Solo was going rogue. That's the... Oh my god. Okay. Whew. Alright. How much do you want to bet she doesn't know the context and never brings it up? It was a fake fight. It was a fake fucking fight. It was a completely staged fake fight that they orchestrated purposefully. Stage in which the Han punched in the face by the Alderaanian princess. He leans in to kiss her, and wham, right in the kisser is, as it were. The real power in this, besides her right hook, is the way each character's perspective face reveals. Han looks genuinely hurt and disappointed, and Leia appears sad and full of regret. It's a moment that speaks to their complicated relationship perfectly. So neither of them are happy about it. They don't like that they had to do this. It was a staged event to convince this General Kraken person that he's going rogue, and neither of them wanted to do it, and they're both sad about it having to happen. All right, I want to see if she actually goes into the context on this. I'm really, really curious if she actually even...
I want to know why. I want to know in what scenario is Disney okay with that. So I found the actual page from the comic book. So let's take a look at this. I'm going to do a little dramatic reading of this page. All right, so I have this comic book page pulled out.
She's not going to read any of what led up to it? How much do you want to bet that she's only going to read the staged fight? I don't know. I haven't read this. All I know is I looked it up and I found the context of it. How much do you want to bet she's just going to read the staged fight and not actually, like... How much do you want to think that's how it's going to go? All right.
I have the leading up, the event of it, the event of the domestic violence where Princess Leia savagely clocks Han Solo in the face. Let's see what in Disney's mind vindicates that kind of behavior. Let's take a look. The question is, will you do this for us? Remember, Han.
I can't listen to this. I don't know if I can handle how cringy this is going to be. I don't... And it's framed as a bad thing too, Hancock, you're right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle this. I'm just... Okay, good luck, chat. Good luck.
The mission comes first, understand. Lives are at stake. Not just the informants, but all of us. The race is your cover. It is not your objective. Let me give you a little backstory, because I went and I did the Googles, and so I learned what this is about. He's got to go pretend to, like, infiltrate this thing and, like, find spies and do something to get info for the rebellion, but it involves winning this race. So he's got to go win the race to do the stuff, and so that's why Princess Leia's like, you got to focus on the other shit. Don't focus on just winning the race. And, of course, it's Han Solo. He's going to do both. This is now I'm reading Han. You think I don't know that? I'm not stupid, no matter what that stuffy general says. Here we go. Oh, it's all romantic. Let's scroll down. Hope you guys enjoy my man voice. I don't think I'm particularly good at it, but sometimes it's fun doing voices, even when you're terrible at them. You're impulsive, Han. That's almost as bad. But you're no Imperial sympathizer. You barely sympathize with us. I know. If I just leave, that's going to raise suspicions. No, it's not. You're Han Solo. You literally left right before they were attacking the Death Star, and they were going to go face off the Death Star. If you came back because you felt guilty and you were actually a true person, you had a fucking conscience. Nobody is going to question if Han Solo takes off. I'm like, who the fuck wrote this? You leave all the time and no one cares. Oh, I missed this. Thanks, I think. This time it's different. I'm on a mission. You were on a mission when you left right before they needed you to go in and, like, face off the Death Star. Did the person that wrote this not fucking see Star Wars? Well, they obviously did. They know the punch scenes with the whole I know. So you want people to think you have a good reason to go? That's right. Bam! Bam! So that's it. That's it. The good reason to go is, alright, so he needs a reason, to just go off and go on this mission. He can't just say, yo, I'm a fucking smuggler, I got fucking work to do. You all know me. You all know the fact that I'm Han fucking Solo and I have a debt to pay to fucking Jabba. I gotta go, do all this. Okay, so apparently Han Solo needing to go equals, the only excuse that Princess fucking Leia can come up with is like,
It was a staged fight. We read the context. It's a staged fight. Holy shit. These people call themselves Star Wars fans too. I'm not even like a fan of Star Wars. Like I like some of the movies. They're pretty good. The lore is pretty good. I like some of the games are pretty good. I'm not even like a Star Wars fan. And all it took was like a little bit of Googling to find out that they staged a fight to try to convince like the general that that he was going rogue.
let me punch him in the face and pretend we're fighting. Could you imagine if this was a dude? If it was the roles reverse and Leia needed to go on a secret mission and Han Solo's just like, all right, hun, you need an excuse to leave? Bam! Bam, that's it! You're out, go! And she like goes away crying to her ship. Could you imagine? So Disney is okay with Leia punching Han Solo in the fucking face like this so we could go on a mission. It's like, you think that Leia has that little intelligence that she doesn't have a brain in her fucking head? That her resort is violence? Oh, the only solution to this problem is me causing Han Solo, physical harm and punching him in the face. Are you serious? So that's teaching little girls. Hey, Susie. Hey, Sally. Hey, Bella. Hey, what's another fucking girl's name? Monica. Hey, girls. Guess what? Instead of using your brain, instead of coming up with an actual excuse that would make fucking sense, instead of being intelligent, just resort to violence. It's okay, little girls. It's okay, little.
We just read the context in the aftermath. They were both upset about having to do this to convince that general dude. It's not portrayed in a positive light at all. Wait, what about, think of the children, I know. What about the children that went, hold on, let's see. Here, let's think of the children really quick. How will the children react to, oh, I'm gonna get copyright claimed for this clip, but, oh, I'm gonna get copyrighted for this scene, but I kinda have to show it. How will the children react to this scene? All right. Here's what I'll do. I'll make it nice and small, too. Hopefully this... Whew. All right. Wish me luck. How will the children... think of the children with this? This is the best scene in that movie, by the way. Not a hot take, but, still. Oh, I'm sure he's gonna give them flowers, right? Oh, no! Think of the children! This was Biden on Election Day, by the way. Because he's black. Get it? All right, we've seen enough. So don't do the think of the children, what if they see violence thing when we're talking about a franchise that has scenes like that in it, okay? Let's not do that, okay? There are contexts where in art you can demonstrate an example of violence and it's not supporting it or anything like that, okay? There are examples, there are contexts in which it can be okay, all right? Let's be honest. Honestly, I'd feel the same way if they're the other way around. Like if they had to stage a scene where Han Solo has to, backhand Leia and make it look like they're, breaking up or he's, a domestic abuser or something like that. It would be the same fucking shit. It would be portrayed in the same way. They'd both be sad that they had to do it, just like it was in the original comic. It would be the exact same, okay? Why is she going about this, think of the children, what about the children? You're encouraging violence? What the fuck? What are you talking about? Have you seen Star Wars?
Susie, you just go punch the guy in the face. There are no repercussions. It's completely fine to cause another person bodily harm. It's okay, because that's apparently what Princess Leia does now. That is what they are trying to teach children, is that it is okay to, get into fights like that. Even in the Star Wars Galaxy of Adventures, there's this meme going around on how they changed everything and how it's the actual version versus the Disney Galaxies of Adventures and how they just completely destroyed Princess Leia's character because they don't know shit about Princess fucking Leia, and so now they just make her this violent psycho bitch. So yeah, that's that. Let's see the after. Here we go. So then this is it. And he's like, what the? You're not welcome here, you foul-mouthed, fern fleecer. Get off this ship and don't ever come back. Gladly. And then she's all sad and he's all... This is a terrible drawing of Han Solo. Just don't shoot me. I don't want to talk about it because I'm Han Solo and I'm all sad. So that's what happened in this comic book. That is what Disney is okay with. That is the type, so Disney gave their okay for that type of violence. I find it so ironic, the things that Disney deems okay, and then the stuff that Disney says, no, it's bad, we can't have children like this. Luke Skywalker, little girls weren't able to identify with him. Little girls could only identify with Princess Leia, so let's just, obliterate Luke Skywalker. Let's destroy his character. Let's make him a shitty fucking person. Any essence of heroism that he had.
This is that Star Wars girl, by the way, okay? This is a girl who literally, her entire identity on the internet is being that Star Wars girl. And she couldn't go to the first search on Google. When you search Leia punches Han Solo comic, the first search you find has a paragraph about the context leading up to this and why the fight happened. And it's literally because they had to stage an argument to try to to convince the general that Han Solo was going rogue and that he was like a bad dude, right? Her primary audience would challenge her with Star Wars lore every time she says she's a Star Wars fan IRL. No, absolutely. No, this is completely true. Anytime a girl says she plays video games or is a fan of insert nerdy series or anything like that, a ton of male fans are going to come along and be like, okay, so what's your favorite? Oh, I bet you just play this game. What's your favorite game? Oh, I bet you play Overwatch and League of Legends. How about, or Skyrim? How about, have you ever played World of Warcraft? Oh, what about, they do that shit all the fucking time. They'll give you a fucking quiz on whether or not you're actually a fan of that series if you're a woman, because they're skeptical about it.
Everything that made Luke Skywalker a good person, let's get rid of it because little girls can't identify with him. They can only identify with Princess Leia. So let's take Princess Leia and let's make her a fucking psychopath. In the little cartoon, let's change everything about her. Let's make her a total cunt that is ungrateful for the fact that she is getting rescued. Let's make Luke Skywalker into a scared little bitch. And then, in this comic book where it's her and Han Solo, instead of having
triggered. She's actually triggered right now, unironically. She's angry. She's so fucking mad.
Her intelligent and coming up with this mastermind plan, let's just have her resort to violence because that's what every intelligent person does. Are you fucking kidding me, Disney? Again, roles were reversed. Imagine if it was Han Solo and Princess Leia had to go on the mission. So you're saying it's okay for Han Solo to punch, or for Princess Leia to punch Han Solo in the face? Well, by that logic, it must be okay for Han Solo to punch Princess Leia in the face. Doesn't work that way, does it? Wow, crazy how hypocritical that is. It's okay for women to be violent, but men, you do so as much as look at a woman a certain way. Sexist, misogynistic man, baby. These people are fucking insane. They're destroying every single character. The Leia, they want to use women, strong empowered women, so the only way a woman can be strong and empowered is if she resorts to physical violence. Who the fuck is writing this shit? But anyway, guys, I just wanted to talk about that because this is from a comic book that came out
These people call themselves Star Wars fans. Why is it every time I watch some outrage anti-SJW video from a Star Wars fan, it's like this? They don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. They never fucking do. They never do the research on the topic they're talking about. They get mad because they see a screenshot of a character that looks too SJW. They get mad because they hear a fucking synopsis of an episode or of a movie, and they get really angry about it. Or they see an actor in one of the movies says some SJW whatever the fuck on Twitter. These people, how do these people get away with calling themselves Star Wars fans? I want to read the comments. Let's read the comments. I want to see what they say. I'm a woman and I'd never hit a man. The only times I would are if it's self-defense or a playful hit/tap. The real Princess Leia would never do this. Remember, in ESB, when all she had to use was her voice and get people to respect her, this is not the real Leia. Well, good thing that's not what happened. The irony is that they will say this moment is a feminist moment with Leia, but it comes off that females can't control their emotions and resort to actions without using critical thinking. The very the very thing most women hate to be labeled for. It amazes me that that to this day, a lot of people think it's okay for women to hit men. Domestic violence is okay if it's a woman abusing a man. Feminist logic. Remember that Leia was a level-headed ambassador and senator, aka knows how to discuss and not throw hands. We all know that black on white and female on male is fine. Okay, so we got some racism too. Lucasfilm, we are progressive and feminist, and we are all for strong female characters. Also, Lucasfilm proceeds to disrespect the first and most popular female Star Wars character. That's about what I expect. Anything male equals bad, the Disney Logic 2020. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Is this like an anti-feminist type channel? Yeah, it's a Star Wars anti-feminist channel. Basically, anti-SJW Star Wars channel. She's got like 160,000 subs. Holy shit, about 100,000 more subs than I do. Not for long, though. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. I really appreciate it. If you want to see more from me and you aren't already, make sure to subscribe. Ring the bell icon so you actually get notified when I go live or upload a video, because YouTube doesn't do it unless you do. You can also go to the link in the description and join my fan Discord and follow me on Twitter. I really do appreciate it. And on top of that, if you have any money sitting around you don't need for anything else and you don't know what to do with it, you can always join and become a member on the channel. Or just hit the join button. You can sub to me on Patreon or come to the website, xanderhall.com/live, where the real chat is, and donate or sub here. I always appreciate it. The support is very much appreciated, and it's how I'm able to do this for a living. Thank you for watching, and have a good one.